Right. Hello. Good morning. This is High Priestess Jamila. Good morning. Happy Friday to y'all. Happy Friday. It is, what is it, October the 25th of 2019. Hey, 2019 is almost over. Anyway, I am here to talk about enchantments, curses, and just a little bit about bad spirits, okay? Good morning, Donovan. Good morning. I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good this morning. Okay, so enchantments. Oh, goodness. Hold on a sec, okay? Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, you guys. So enchantments can be good. Okay. An enchantment is when something is enchanted. It's animated to do something. It can be a person, it can be an item, it can be a place, it can be a location that could be enchanted. Okay. There are some people that have the power and they have the knowledge to know how to enchant a location, a person, or a place. Many of us are enchanted at birth with either good or bad, things that can either harm us or things that can make our lives good, you know? Okay. For example, if you are a child, let's say you're a child and you're born, and your mother is constantly saying things like, oh, she's going to drive men crazy and men are going to become obsessed with her. And, men are, that is an enchantment by your mother. Okay. And you can also be cursed by an enchantment. An enchantment can be a curse. It can be a blessing. It can be both a blessing and a curse, but it can be bad. So you have to be careful what you speak over people, your life, and all of that. So, when you are a parent, especially, you have a spiritual responsibility, so that's serious. But yeah, that can happen. People in your family can enchant you. Um, Places can be enchanted with certain spirits to do certain things. All of these things can be greatly frowned upon. And the reason why they're frowned upon is, and I think that it is because people generally don't like someone else manipulating their environment. So this is the reason why witchcraft is so frowned upon, mainly because it can be used in a selfish manner, and witchcraft and our power against each other as human beings. Okay. It can be used to do harm. Okay. And so this is where, and I think that, especially if you are a practitioner, you have to be very responsible for the things that you do. For example, I did a consultation yesterday. And, whenever I do my consultations, I let you guys know what it is that I think is the best action for your situation. Rarely do I suggest that people get revenge on people. Rarely do I suggest that we use negative and tranquil spirits to control people or to get them to do what you want them to do, because there are some spirits that are out of our control, even the person that conjures them. So this is one of the things I feel as though people should use discretion when they are doing spiritual work. I know that I do. Now, spirits pop up all the time. The main thing that we were actually talking about was breakup work. Okay. When I do breakup work, do I make the two of them hate each other? Do I put hatred in my breakup work? No. The reason why is because that's not going to do nothing but bring them back together. There's a thin line between love and hate. Okay. Also, another thing, I don't break up people that it's not meant for them to break up. If it's meant for people to be together forever, I don't break them up. I don't. So I go by a strict code of ethics. You can offer me 10 grand to break up a happy couple and I won't do it. So I do run a lot on principle, and I have turned down some very good money at times where I needed money too. These were times when, you know how sometimes you might get a little low or whatever, and you may have a bill that's a little bit higher. And I may have somebody offer to send me 5 or 10 grand to do something that I don't agree with, and I won't accept it. So, I don't take all money for certain things. So, especially when it comes to breakup work. And I think it's interesting because people will conjure in tranquil spirits to break people up, but you're working in reverse, because depending on who it is that you're breaking up, 9 times out of 10, especially if those two people love each other, that in tranquil spirit is going to bring them together. That makes no sense to me when people do that. Okay, but people do things the way they want to do things. In my opinion, I think that if you're going to do breakup work, first of all, you should not do breakup work on everybody. You shouldn't just randomly go around breaking up people. I don't agree with that. Okay. You could be responsible for murder. You not try to manipulate love too much. Love should not be manipulated. It's a perfect design. Love was actually designed by nature. So everything that we actually know truly about love has everything to do with nature. Okay. So it's very rare that I do that kind of work, but when I do it, I can see that the people were probably not, the only time I like to do breakup work is if it looks as though they're already going to break up and that somebody is controlling and manipulating somebody. And that's only to a fault. I don't just go around breaking people up. So, and then also, if I do it, I'm not going to do it using hatred and emotion. Hatred and emotion is transmutable. Okay. So if the spirit or the heart knows what it wants, it's going to still have it, regardless if there's problems, issues, and intranquil spirits. Intranquil spirits cannot do breakups. Intranquil spirits will cause the couple to come closer together. So I don't really know the wisdom or the logic behind that. It'll make them fight. People have been using intranquil spirits to break people up for years, and it's done is it doesn't work. It doesn't matter if you do it on a Monday, if you do it on a Friday, it's not going to work. Okay, it's been done that way for far too long. That has been, in fact, the intranquil spirits, they not even intranquil no more. The lovers is inspiring them to be more loving. So spirits can be taught, and bad spirits can be taught. Okay. So you got to be careful with the stuff that you're doing out here. Okay. An intranquil spirit is going to bring a woman closer to a man. An intranquil spirit is going to make a man want to have more sex. It's going to make him want to be attached to the woman more often. I don't understand the wisdom behind doing that to couples. That is one surefire way of getting something to backfire on you. Those spells will backfire. Those spirits that you're conjuring, they will come back to you. Okay, so that's why you have to be very careful. Okay, now again, there's some people that it doesn't matter to them. They're in tranquil themselves anyway. So there's a lot of people that like that kind of feeling. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they work with those energies. Okay. If I do any kind of work, I'm doing it and I'm using my intent. I don't have to bring about drama and have fighting and arguments and all of that. All of that is a waste of energy. Actually getting revenge on somebody is a waste of energy. It's a waste of time and energy. Okay, so I literally, and this is real talk that I'm talking to y'all about, because when you waste your energy on something like that, that energy can always be transmuted. Thank you, Carla Tibbetts. Hello, Black Sector Investor. I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you? So going back to here's what I want to say about magic. Magic was not necessarily meant to cause chaos, but chaos exists, and it's time to put the chaos in order. Okay, if your mind is in chaos, then you're going to practice a lot of chaotic magic. Okay, whether or not you're a witch or not, Everybody is performing magic. It's just not always a candlestick and a broom. It can be just your intent. A lot of people do magic every day just with their intent. I've seen people do it. Okay. So now I think that sometimes people can go a little too far, and be a little over dramatic, okay, with it, because I'm more of a problem solving, which I don't like to create chaos. I like to put chaos in its place. I like my peace. I like my quiet. I like my privacy. I like my meditation. I'm more of a shaman type. Okay. So, mhm. If you feel bad spirits around you, you have to banish them. There's a step-by-step process in doing that. If a negative spirit has attached to you, um, and there's a split, and I believe that it's a cleanse personally. I think that if a bad energy has attached, it's not gonna detach without a fight. It doesn't. Even if it's even if it's a spirit of a sickness or an illness. You notice how when they look up illnesses under a microscope, it looks like a living form. It's like a creature. Illnesses and sicknesses is like a creature, or sometimes you can even see it moving. You'll see it moving around under the microscope. Okay, you'll see organisms. Okay, so organisms, when they attach to the human body, they don't like to detach. Okay. Carla, sound like you need to contact me because I'm a healer. So I've healed people of illnesses before. Some people it takes a little while longer, but I've done that. So you need to get in touch with me. Okay. Um Negative spirits, an organism that is causing you to be sick is a negative spirit. It is. It's a negative spirit. A cold virus is a negative spirit, you know? Okay, well, girl, as soon as you get that check, you know where to come. You know where I'm at when you get that. So, anyway, bad spirits can be banished for them to get out of the body. The main symptom that a bad spirit has came upon you is when you cannot sleep and when you have anxiety. Those are two of the main symptoms of a bad spirit that could be either around you or in your body. The main area that bad spirits hang around is typically the crown chakra. A lot of people think that they hang around the root a lot. No, they hang around the crown chakra. So this is how you're able to get certain messages, and they can communicate with us. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't like bad spirits communicating to me or for me. Bad spirits can communicate for you. So you'll be wondering, why is everybody running away from me? What did I do? Okay. What did I do? Nobody likes me. Everybody's running away from me. I can't keep a man. They leave and then I'll never hear from them again. That is because there's something crowning you. It's above your head, and it directs everything. It's literally what connects you to the other side. So some of y'all are connected to a very negative reality or a negative realm. Okay. So, and it can happen to your kids. Bad spirits can be on your kids when your kids get to acting weird, when they get to crying all the time and things like that and can't sleep, and that's a negative bad spirit. Now typically with kids, you want to put kids in the bathtub and give them a bath, and that really will help. But what if you have a kid that refuses to get in the bath? So you're going to have to do like an egg cleansing, or Apollo cleanse, or spoken word, okay, to banish whatever negative spirit. Okay, that's what negative spirits do. They The human body is designed to rest and sleep. It is. It's designed to get rest. It's not designed to stay up for days and days and days at a time. It's not meant to do that. Okay. So when your body doesn't get sleep, your mind suffers. So a spirit, that's one of the main, those are the spirit's main victims, the people that are having, if you are a person that has insomnia, depression, and anxiety, you have a bad spirit that's on you, period. And it's not going to make you bad or tough. No, it actually destroys you if you don't go to somebody that knows how to get rid of it. Yeah, the bad spirit will sometimes make you aggressive, especially in moments where you don't need to be aggressive. You're showing a lot of aggression, a lot of anger. Aggression and anger is a symptom of depression and anxiety. Bless me, spirits. When you have anxiety is your mind's way of telling you that you're in danger. Why do people think this is the main thing that they got? This is the main way that they got us fooled. Anxiety, it comes out of nowhere. What do you do about it? What do you do? What is it? The way they have explained it is that it's just your mind having anxiety. Listen, this is a dangerous spirit that is on you, period. And yes, anxiety has caused people to be hospitalized. It's caused people to have heart attacks. I believe that anxiety is not something that because a lot of people just say, oh, it's just anxiety. That's a bad spirit on you. You're not, that's your body's way of warning you. Thank you, Carla. Yeah, your crown chakra definitely has to be worked on. And if you are any kind of spiritualist, or if you have spiritual gifts, I would recommend 15 minutes of crown chakra meditation per day, as well as either a spiritual bath or a shower where the water is touching the head, the crown. Very important for you to do that. Now, when we look at the Black community, what is the first thing that they tell Black women? They tell us to not wet our hair. We will go and get hairstyles that prevent water from touching the top of our head. Believe it or not, that if you don't periodically, this is the reason why wigs are very popular, in particular lace fronts. If you cannot cleanse the top of your head, there's a problem. If you, silk press your hair and you haven't touched, the top of your head is not touched water in a couple of weeks because you're trying to preserve a silk press, you are more open and susceptible to psychic attacks because number one, you have to cleanse that stuff away. Water cleanses and kills bad spirits, especially salt water. So this is the reason why they tell you to go to either the ocean or they tell you to do a saltwater bath in your bathtub. So now there are some spirits that you can continuously get sent to you. I feel very bad for these people. I do help people through this when you have someone that is obsessed with you. First of all, an obsessed witch is not going to last too long. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it because a lot of people will contact me. They'll say, I got a witch doing work on me. They just keep bothering me. And I can tell when they're gonna cut it out because, literally, if you are a practitioner or a medium or a psychic medium or an empath and you have allowed a negative spirit to cause you to become obsessed with another person to the point where you're doing crazy stuff every day, you're not gonna last too long, baby. And that's the advice my grandmother would give you. What's up, Jacretia? Hello, Carla. Yeah, Carla, you're not supposed to you and it's because black women are under psychic attack a lot as well. Especially black women should not, okay? Black women should not be neglecting their spiritual bathing, period. Okay. And, back in the day, we pressed our hair. And you know that if you press black hair and be straight, but as soon as you get it wet, it's going to be curly again or nappy again. Okay. So this is the reason. And so this is one of the reasons why natural hair is so discouraged. If the school does not accept your child's natural hair, homeschool your child. If your job does not accept your natural hair, work from home. Period. At least for the time being, because obviously there's something going on there. Okay. If you are a African American person that relaxes your hair, fine. But if you do not cleanse your head on a regular basis, especially if you have a relaxer, and people, so you got to understand that your spiritual health and your life depends on your hair. So you should not be, first of all, you shouldn't be relaxing your hair anyway. It's okay if you want to, fine. But if you're going to do that, you need to take care of your crown chakra. You need to take extra care of the crown chakra. And if you're not taking spiritual care of it, then your hair will get brittle and it'll fall out. So that's why people, that if you get a relaxer, just have an experience as a hairdresser, because my grandmother was professionally licensed, had her own business, and I can tell you that you do have to deep condition the hair. You have to take care of it if you are, especially if you have if something going on in your spiritual bloodline and you're a target. So, okay. I can sense that it's some people going through a lot. I can sense, yeah. So that's very important. But then again, white women have to do that too. White, Indian, Asian, everybody, man and woman, not just women, you have to do the spiritual bathing. Especially if you're dealing with witches, if you're throwing the cards, I feel like it's in every. I feel like if you are not around anybody that is, because for me, I know how to protect people. I protect my clients. I protect my children. So but there are some messy practitioners out there, just ravens and spirits that just, and you be like, what in the world? You ain't got control over that. You're supposed to take that chaos and create order out of it. You're not supposed to just let things remain chaotic. You're not supposed to do that because, okay. Well, you're definitely damned if you do or damned if you don't, even if you wear your natural hair, but you need to do the spiritual bathing. And you have to clear your crown chakra every day because that's what they're after is the crown. Why do you think they make such a big deal about hair? Why do you think in some religions they tell the woman to cover her hair up? It's not necessarily to oppress the woman. It's being done to protect her because hair can be very triggering. Hair can sometimes trigger, rape. Not saying it's the woman's fault, but there could be a man that has a bad spirit on him, and your hair can be a source of attraction for him. So, this is the reason why they do that. That's one of the reasons why I always wear wigs. I don't even show my natural hair to nobody but my family and my loved ones. Nobody sees my natural hair except for family and close friends. And part of the reason is because it's sacred. They make a big deal about it. It's coiled like a DNA strand, is basically the way our hair is. So, you have to protect it. Okay. And I've actually woke up with my hair cut before. So it's a very big deal. And but it's hidden. And, they'll just call you a nappy head, but why are they calling you that? So that's one thing you got to think about. And, the evil intent and the things that they say to you can cause you to not have a connection to your divine ancestors that have that same hair type. Okay. So, this can disconnect you, and it's very difficult for a lot of people. Our hair is the only hair that's scientifically real hair. Everybody else is fur. Oh, I didn't know that, Aisha. I didn't know that. How you doing today? I didn't know that. I thought that all hair was considered to be fur anyway. It's just that ours is nappy, but I do crown chakra work every single day. That Lakshmi song has a lot of crown chakra frequencies in it because this is how Lakshmi is able to maintain her wealth and her prosperity is because she has her crown chakra protected. All deities have their crown chakra protected. And it's not just with a protective cloth or a scarf. It's not just with that. But you can use that if you're under spiritual attack. It is important for you to do that, for you to cover your head up. But in the meantime, your spiritual essence, your spiritual gifts must be protected in a spiritual way. In a spiritual way. Okay. Invoking protection is not just a physical item. Yeah. Yeah. So, um, especially right now, there's been a spiritual war that has been going on for almost 10 years now. Almost 10 years. And it's absolutely ridiculous. It is. It's because the reason why it continues to go on is because people are afraid to let it go. Did y'all know that the only reason why spiritual warfare exists is out of fear? That's the only reason. The people right now, everybody that creates spiritual warfare is scared. The people that are peaceful, loving, walking in the spirit, walking with their ancestors, those people are not, those people are very blessed. Anybody causing warfare in any kind of way is afraid. It's the basis of war. Somebody that is scared and feels insecure is going to more than likely start crap with you because they feel some type of way about self. Okay. Hello, Bengal. Bengal. Okay. So, you know, that and if people would stop being so afraid, and a lot of and then another main reason is that people don't want to admit when they're wrong. Okay. They don't. So there's actually a war being waged against real witches by fake witches. If you are a natural born witch, more than likely you have a group of fake witches attacking you. And yes, they can affect you vibrationally. Being a witch is not just about knowing how to cast spells. Okay, you would be in order for you to be a witch, you would have to be a descendant as well of witches that have actual real powers. Okay? And a lot of our powers have been suppressed, believe me. Believe me, they have, which is the reason why they want to mess with everybody's crown chakra, because that's where a lot of your glory is coming from, is the crown. And a lot of your power comes from the crown and the third eye. Okay. That's how you suppress somebody's power, not necessarily the root chakra. That's where the power originates from. I'm talking about that's how you, so people out there that are witches that are that and yes, there are unhappy witches. Yeah, there can be unhappy evil witches too. You can be a natural born witch, but just be a very unhappy person. Yeah, you can have that. But if you're like, why wouldn't you want to free yourself of that bad spirit? Why would you want to hold on to that? Out of fear. I'm scared. This is the only thing protecting me. If I get rid of these negative spirits that are protecting me, then who's going to protect me? Well, the negative spirit is not protecting you. It's a good spirit that's protecting you. Negative spirits don't protect nobody. Well, what if somebody comes at me? What if somebody tries to kill me? What if somebody, you're scared and you're paranoid? Why would you even, why would that even need to be in your subconscious? You're pulling that into your reality. So fear creates a lot. Okay. Witches can start churches, absolutely. Yeah, they can. They typically don't. It depends on what you're talking about. You can do whatever you want as a witch. For example, my ultimate dream is to have a spa, a witchy spa. Okay, this is going to be for witches, and then there's witches that want to stop that from happening. It's like, but it's for you. Why would you do something negative against you? It's because of fear. The spirit of fear is very powerful in a lot of people. Fear creates paranoia. Fear creates gossip. Fear is creating all of that. So when you see people doing things that are lower than themselves, than what they could be, then you can tell that it's some kind of fear. Mm-hmm. Okay. What the current status quo is to elevate as many people out of the state of fear so that we can get rid of war. So it doesn't surprise me the least bit that when I start to manifest my gifts, that war comes with it, because I feel like I was here to stop war. I've always hated war. Okay, a healthy, video game competition, or with good sportsmanship. Okay, that's okay. Let's play Monopoly, let's play spades, let's play some dominoes. But when it comes to blowing people up and burning people up and killing people, and I'm going to kill you and all that stuff, you're just scared. You're not fooling anybody. So I'm an empath. Okay, whenever somebody wants to kill somebody, it has to do with fear. And fear can make you that way. Fear can bring you to that place when you just want to kill. I want to kill somebody. I'm upset. I'm angry. Anger too. Anger as well. Anger can make you want to kill people. You become obsessed with death and destruction. All of those are negative spirits that it is probably a good idea for you to get off of you, because you don't have the power to hurt nobody really but yourself. Now, let me tell you something. If you got something going on to where somebody done put some curse on you and you in denial and everything in your life is falling apart. I'm talking about there's no out, like you are in a place of desolation to where there's no hope and you're down and you just give up. Then that means that whoever did the curse on you worked. But if you are facing adversity and you're giving it a fighting chance and you're doing what you have to do, or you are either doing the work yourself or you're going to somebody that is experienced that knows how to help you, then you'll be okay. But I will tell you that I have seen people that have had curses on them, and yeah, everything just gets destroyed. There's no outlet, there's nobody trying to help. There's you're in a desolate place. Then yeah, you've got a manifestation of a curse, and whoever cursed you has beat you. They've really literally beat you because you don't know how to get yourself up and get yourself out of that place. And even when you see somebody that can help you, you don't trust it. You're afraid, you're insecure, you just let it take you. You just let it take you. Yes. Oh, on the farmers markets, that would be cool. That would be cool. That would definitely be some very, very good marketing, and I would be able to shake some hands with some people that are in need. Yeah, I do need to have a shop that people can come into and talk to me. I agree. And that's something that I'm not afraid of. I wouldn't ever do that out of my home, but you know, I would do it out of a shop. But right now I do it out of my home anyway because I work from home, which is okay for you to do that. Okay. All right. Hold on, guys. I'll be back. Give me a second. All right, I'm back, y'all. So I'm getting ready to get out of here. If you guys are dealing with any intranquil spirits, there's definitely help out there for you. If you're dealing with negative spirits, there's a specific way that we banish those spirits. Okay. Hello, Sylvia. How are you? Anyway, you guys, I've got to wrap this discussion up. I've got to go. I got some things that I got to do. Okay. So I will see y'all later. Love and light. I may come back a little bit later and do some readings. Okay. Y'all have a happy Friday, and I'll see y'all later. Love and light.